We had put out a query asking students to share their challenges for May 23 examination, and we have some questions which have come up. We are not able to study for long hours. Do we need to study for 14 hours? Do we need to study for 16 hours? Do we need to study for 10 hours? Hello students, hope all of you are doing well and preparing well for the upcoming examination. And yesterday we had put out a query asking students to share their challenges for May 23 examination, and we have some questions which have come up. Some are related to the subject which we have already responded, but some of them require a detailed video or response from our side, and that is where we will do a series of videos that will keep you prepared for the examination. So one question which has been asked by a lot of students in that particular forum thread is, we are not able to study for long hours. We are not able to study for long hours. Now, all of us know CA as a professional course requires a lot of hard work. At the same time, it also requires smart work, and we need to spend longer time when we prepare for the examination, especially in the last 60-70 days to the examination. We must gear up and put in required amount of effort. Now, not being able to study for long hours, we need to look at it from different aspects. Number one, how many hours do we need to study? That is, what is the meaning of this long hour? Do we need to study for 14 hours? Do we need to study for 16 hours? Do we need to study for 10 hours? That needs to be defined first, because a lot of students are under the notion that they will pass the examination only if they study 12 to 14 hours as told by their friends or seniors or some of the rank holders. But friends, trust me, what is more important is the quality of the preparation rather than the quantity of preparation. Out of 24 hours, if I ask you to study for 14 to 16 hours, you may do it for 1 day or 2 days, but beyond that, it is humanly impossible. You will take a book, you will sit in front of the book, or you will, start watching lectures on the laptop or on your mobile phone, but half of the time your mind will not be present there. So first thing is, define how many hours you need to study. I would suggest on an average, even at this point in time, around 8 to 10 hours would be more than sufficient. But then, those 8 to 10 hours must be without distraction. Those 8 to 10 hours must be dedicated for the studies. So first thing, get out of the notion or remove this notion that we need to study for 14 hours or 16 hours or 12 hours, whatever the case may be, right? Someday we will find someone who come up and say, we need to study for 24 hours. That is not required, right? What is required is a quality study time of 8 to 10 hours. That should be sufficient, because the body needs rest. That's the first thing. Second thing, I want you to go back to your school days or college days and see, for how long would a class be conducted? 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour. After that, you would have a 2-5 minutes break, and then the next class would start. But then when it comes to CA, what we want is, I'll start studying at 6 o'clock and I'll study non-stop till 10 o'clock. That is one approach which you need to break, because the mind cannot concentrate for a long period of time on the same topic. Even in a 3-hour movie that you watch, the mind is not fully there. There is interval in between. Even when you are inside the theater, in the first half of the movie, some of the time you are distracted, you go somewhere else, right? Your mind needs that break, you may talk to somebody. You keep on doing those things. That is how you are able to stay inside the theater for 3 hours. So even for your studies, what you need to do is, you need to break down your study hours. For example, if you want to study 10 hours a day, break them down into maybe 3 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours structure. And then, even inside those 3 hours and 2 hours, take regular breaks. Ideal would be within 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes should be one slot. So what do? Start your studies, take a slot of 45 minutes, decide what you will learn in that 45 minutes. Decide what you will learn or what you will cover in that 45 minutes. After that 45 minutes, take a 5 to 10 minute break. Reflect upon what you learned, maybe walk around in your home, maybe talk to your parents, do something else. So 45 minutes followed by a break of 5 to 10 minutes, right? So a 2-hour study period, in a 2-hour study period, effectively what you should do is 45 minutes of preparation, 5 to 10 minutes of break, another 45 minutes of preparation, then 5 to 10 minutes of break. This is what you should do. But that 45 minutes has to be fully for the studies. Now sometimes it may so happen that 45 minutes may be needed to solve a single problem, may be possible. But then that is how you should prepare, so that you do not lose interest. Otherwise, if you put a burden on yourself that I have to study for 4 hours continuously, it is not possible. It is not possible. You are not a robot, you are not a machine, you need regular breaks, right? So, make it a point, 45 minutes, then break, then 45 minutes, then break, and then have a longer break. after maybe 2-3 hours, then again 45 minutes small break, 45 minutes small break, then again a longer break. That will help you to study better. That's the first thing. Second thing is you also need to play around with your mind. If you tell your mind that, hey, I need to study for 12 hours today, the mind will start saying, how will you study for 12 hours? It is tiring, you require a lot of energy, you will get exhausted. You know, all the reasons start coming in your mind. But if you tell your mind, I need to study for 1 hour, then the mind will feel that, yes, that is possible. So in that 1 hour, you will feel that you have achieved something. Once you achieve something, your confidence goes up. Then again another hour, then confidence goes up, right? So that is one pattern what you can follow to improve your study hours. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is that in the entire day, there will be 2 or 3 slots where you feel highly energetic. At that point of time, you're like, I'll finish this, I'll finish that, I can do this, I can do that. You are on very high energy. And there are slots where you are very low on energy. So you need to determine or you need to identify what are your peak performance hours. Maybe for some it is in the morning, for some it is late at night, for some it is in the afternoon. It depends on person to person. There is no hard and fast rule that everybody has to get up at 5 in the morning and study. You get up at 5, you get up at 4, you get up at 7. But then please ensure that in the peak moments or in the peak hours of your day, you are studying the tougher subjects. You are studying the tougher subjects. Maybe some of you may not like theory. I don't like EIS. You study EIS at that peak hour. I don't like theory like audit, economics. You know, you study those subjects. For some of you, practicals may be difficult. Study those subjects. So identify what are your peak times, and in those peak times, don't do activities which do not add value. Don't have food in the peak time. Have food in the non-peak time. Don't call your friends in the peak time. Call your friends in the non-peak time. Okay. So figure out, for each one it is different. Peak moments at that point of time, take up the difficult subjects and prepare. Then also have a mix of the theory papers or descriptive papers and the problems which have practical numerical problems. Okay. So the combination could be like accounts, law. Then you can have maybe FM, Eco, then EIS and maybe advanced accounting. Okay. Audit and advanced accounting. Don't try to do that, okay, in a single day. I'll start with economics, then I will do law, then I will do audit, then I will do SM, then I will do EIS. You can do only 1 or 2 days and then after that you are gone. Okay. Have a mix because not everybody likes all types of subjects. You may say somebody is good at theory, somebody is good at numerical questions. That is fine. You have to figure out. If you like theory, you must figure out and take a combination and then prepare for the examination, right? So, to summarize, in the entire day, figure out how will you study for 8 to 10 hours. That is more than sufficient. Those 8 to 10 hours break into smaller parts, and even those smaller parts of 2 to 2.5 hours, break them into 40-45 minutes of slots. Every 40-45 minutes have target for yourself and prepare according to the target, right? Take a combination of theory and practical, that will also help. One more thing what you can do is, at the start of the day or previous night before you go to sleep, draw out a plan for the next day. Next day, I will complete this topic at this time. And at the next day end, try to review your progress. Do this for 5 days, 7 days. Automatically, you will set into a rhythm and you will be able to prepare well. But one thing, don't feel guilty or don't demotivate if you are not able to achieve your target. Maybe possible you have set a higher target. Maybe possible something else has come up. Do this over a period of 7-8 days, that okay, day 1 on a Sunday night you decide on Monday I will complete these 4 things or these 5 things. Next day at the day end you see were you able to complete those 5 things. Okay, if yes, very good, plan for the next day. If no, figure out why you were not able to do. Sir, I wasted time. Okay, so next day you don't waste time. Sir, I talked to one of my friends for 1 hour. Don't talk to your friend for 1 hour. Sir, some unexpected guests were at home. Tell your parents that CA is important, guests are there, they can come after my exams also. Sir, I attended a birthday party. My friend threw a treat. All of that, all of those excuses keep aside. And once you start tracking for 7 days, you will figure out, yes, I am wasting time. Next day automatically, before wasting time, you will tell yourself, if I waste time now, at the day end, I will feel guilty. So let me not waste time. So like this, start tracking your progress. That will also improve the number of hours that you put on for your studies. I hope these tips will be helpful for you and you would be geared up for an examination well. If you found this video useful, do like it, do subscribe to our channel and do share it with your friends.